Alrighty, here we go with the last episode of the original series, episode 220. And this one has a cold open, so I'm going to watch it without a cue. I mean, you can try to cue it if you want to, because then I'm going to skip the theme song and then we'll get into the actual episode. We'll cue at that point. But I'll watch it with you with the cue. I assume this is just going to be recap. It could be a little bit of new material, but then I'm sure they'll go to the theme song pretty quick. We'll see. Let's go ahead and get into it. Oh, yeah. He's drooling like a mofo. Yeah, I think we're all screwed. Look, you want to help? Don't help. Dumbass. You got to beg people to leave, man. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with anime. Oh, yeah. Jump him. All of you, jump him. We can do the reunion later. Look at him just strolling over here. Attack that asshole. Yeah, I got some more fighting to do. Since nobody else is going to do any, apparently. Dumb ass. No, I won't let you patch me up. Patch me up. Okay. You can patch me up. Yeah. Alrighty, we're going on one. Three, two, one. Departure. Shit. I don't think I was probably supposed to see the title. Yeah. Who wasted damn time? So hateful. She's good at this, man. Healing magic seems like it would be one of the hardest things to do because you could do more damage than good, right? Oh, I think I get it. I see. That jerk. Right. Yeah. This melding of science and magic, man. It's bad for both sides. Well, then, prove us something. I think you're getting wrecked this episode because I don't think you're canon. I think you're out of here. But yeah, I think half his power has been taken away, so that's why he's half a monster, right? That's what I think's going on. This is a good callback. Well, that's not very nice. It's a living. Yep. Friendship really does matter a lot. I think I called him Chopper last episode. I think a better comparison is Usopp. The power of love. Dumbledore would be proud of you. What does the monster think about all this? Maybe this is where he overcomes the monster once and for all. Like he's in control from now on, right? Being half, it feels like cancer, man. It's giving yeah, that's right. I'm in control. The power of love. It feels like your body gets deformed with the tumors and stuff, right? It's just it's a body horror that I don't like. Yeah, that could be a damn problem. Also interesting is the fact his injured side is the one that turned into the monster. I think that's intentional. Good shit. Monster D's nuts. I like it. But you've been emotional as hell since you came out, man. If you went back and looked at his dialogue, half his dialogue is tinged with emotion. I think you're lying to yourself. Yeah, I like their eyes and teeth, man. It's really cool. I like it. It's very troubling, but very cool. Hey, man, language. Everybody else is just standing watching this. One of my only problems with anime. You've got 10 people standing back just watching this happen. Because anime loves the one-on-one confrontations when other people would 100% jump in, man. I always have sand. Yeah, good point. I'm about to drop a cliff on you. One thing about it, man, there's always more sand. He didn't like that one too much. Yep, that's at least 10 people watching this happen. More climate damage. Yeah, it's for a good cause. Is that enough sand for you there? Wrecked. Well, I guess it didn't need any help. That's pretty badass. I thought he was going to die, man. Literally. I'd already started my pre-bitching talking about how nobody jumped in to help him. Oh. Oh, it's not that simple. Okay. Yeah. His armor likes it. Maybe we should do something. I see. So that explains why they didn't jump in. Okay, so anybody who knows him, like that's why they didn't jump in. That does make sense. Oh shit! The rock and roll just came in. That's a really big pike, dude. Well, that looks a little uncomfortable. What's wrong? Did it get you in the nether regions? I always have more chakra, bitch. Right. Emotion can give you energy. If you've ever seen weightlifters, I've seen this in the gym, right? They'll get mad at each other to geek themselves up so they can push harder. Emotion gives you energy. Oh, well, I go die now. See, I actually have thoughts about that. That is pretty awesome. I recorded some thoughts about all this. It'll be at the end. Basically, with the The conclusion I came to is they focus on characterization, which I like. I like it. Yep. I didn't say shit. What's with the cat ears? I've always wondered that. Yeah, not for the first time. It is him. Hater. Hater. Was it Perby Gramps? Was that what their name for him was? Yep, a lot of hospital beds are full right now. That's for damn sure. So you're getting wrecked again, huh? Brought you some brownies. I suppose. I've been out there whoring around. Boy, he switched up fast, didn't he? Sounds ominous. I'm gonna make a man out of you yet. Speaking of ominous, yeah, just like when episode 135 or whatever it was. Just they're basically replaying that, because that's when we pick back up with the manga. Everything that happened in between was just shuffling around, dancing. And you always got to be a misogynist. Well, probably sexist. Misogyny is kind of harsh. Didn't he leave to train with him like 90 episodes ago? Feels like a redux, right? To get us back to where we were. I ain't telling him shit. Do you exist? Are you canon? I suppose. Get a shirt that fits. Was that his manga? Was that an empty bag of chips? What are you doing, dude? Suppose. So F Sasuke, right? He ain't been mentioned all week. The week of episodes I've been watching. That was a picture he looked at, yeah. Don't be referencing him with the photo. Look at him, he looks pissed. You were incompetent. Shouldn't you have a bookcase? Excellent. This also feels like they're setting up where they ended at 135. Me trying to keep up with Patreon. That better not be one of the singing fish. Try that necromancy? You gonna bring him back to life? She is. Look at her. That's the black arts, man. You can't be doing that shit. Dude, that's evil as hell. I think I've been calling her Sakura, by the way. I think Sakura seems to be the way to go. I'm too competitive. Petty jealousy. Oh my god, you're gonna follow my footsteps? I want people to worship me like they worship you. Denied. Get your own thing. Yeah. You know what? I like it when she's evil. Petty, jealous ass. That's right. Eat my ass. Yeah. Why would you want this? We know why. Damn. This is toxic, man. This is not productive. I like the little energy lines between the eyes. Psycho. Because you suck. Who the hell are you? I've never seen her before in my life. The dog has an opinion. Well, doesn't that help the village? There's too much petty politics going on here. Middle school crap. Yep. We're putting aside childish things. 100 seasons and a movie. So they're going to do a time jump, I think. Okay. That's right. Sounds like they're going to do a time jump between this and the next one. That's a good stopping point from the original series. Makes sense. That's what makes the dream work. I knew that was going to happen. Every time he says something, the dog has to emphasize it, right? Yeah, not doing so hot. Hey, what is her job, by the way? She's not a medic, right? Is she supposed to be a warrior? I'm getting warrior energy from this. Let's go make fun of him. Yeah, this is our last chance to mock him. Yeah, somebody's packed a bowl with some. We know what his priorities are, right? This is giving me the first episode. I did rewatch the first episode. I was going to rewatch the whole series, but that didn't play out. It took me a month to watch one episode. I was like, it'll be 2026 before I can get to the second series. So it just didn't work out, right? Yeah, never gonna happen. But I like that. That's kind of a callback to the original series. I'm sitting there eating the ramen. It's one of the first things we saw him do, right? With his buddy there. See you after the time jump. I assume. Hey, we even got a cat watching out. Was that a gang sign? What's happening? Oh, I see. He's in it for the posing. Hey man, give me a minute. Rituals are important. I hope they're not shipping this crap here. Use it as motivation, but no blushing allowed. Maybe she'll be the femme fatale. I'm out. Drop the mic. Dude, Netflix jumped from the end of this, because this is the last episode that they have, right? To young Sheldon. That's like going from a Michelin 5-star meal to Hardee's. Ugh. You're out of your rabbit ass mind, I'm just saying. This is good. So I wonder how much of this was canon. I guess it was him leaving, because 135, I think it was 135, the last one I watched officially, right? He was in a hospital bed. He'd just been injured from his fight with Sasuke. Jiraiya shows up, says, I want to teach you, come with me and I'll teach you. Okay? Then this episode ends the same way. And I know everything else is like filler, in between. So probably just from the moment when he showed up in the hospital room, that forward I think is canon from the manga. That was the only part, and I don't even know if you need that other than that's why I think people have said you can just jump from 135 directly into the new series, because you're basically in the same place. I like this. I liked watching this week. It was interesting. The only thing I have to keep in mind is they talk about the filler will introduce concepts and techniques and stuff like that and magic and stuff that won't be carried through because they're making it up. It's not from the manga, so we won't see it in the official episodes from the second series, right? So I can get a little confused sometimes on that. But my priority isn't that. I know like people are obsessed with Naruto. They're obsessed with the techniques and the magic and what you can do and what you can't, what the rules are and all that stuff. I find that interesting. But I'm way more interested in the characterization. That's where I'm at. The plot's interesting, but the finite details, like I'm not somebody who's going to watch Star Trek and learn Klingon, right? And I'm not necessarily putting you people in that boat where like if you know all the rules, like okay, you have to do this hand signal for this, or like you can use your chakra this way for this technique, but you can't do this. I'm not saying that you're a nerd or anything, or you're learning Klingon, but that's just I'm saying in my spectrum, I'm going to be way over here on the side of the characterization rather than those fine details. So I don't think it hurts me to watch filler. Although I probably won't be watching filler of this Shippuden. I think the first filler episode is like, 28 or something? 29, somewhere around there. I'm going to try that out. I watched the first one. I watched the first one of the original series and it was garbage, so I watched like maybe a couple more. I'm going to try one here, whatever the first one that pops up, see what the quality is. If it's garbage, I'll ditch it and not watch it anymore. We'll see how it goes. Plus, you can tell me, oh, you should watch this, bro. This one's good. People did that last time. Other than that, I guess, starting tomorrow, Monday, like I told you at the beginning of this process, we're going to be doing 2 of the Shippuden and then 1 each day. You saw the intro video. So that's what we're going to do from here on out. I'm going to go and give my thoughts here so I don't forget at the end of the episode. Anime, at least this anime, is concerned with characterization over story, plot, anything else. The characters are what matter, right? Now, I've always said that Naruto is more plot-driven than it is character-driven, which I think is why people who like Naruto don't necessarily like One Piece, because One Piece is character-driven, not plot-driven. Plot is secondary on One Piece. Characters are what matters the most. On Naruto, I've always gotten the sense that plot is what matters the most. Characterization is secondary. That's why it's like, okay, well, you have to understand the different kinds of jutsu and the different kinds of magic, and you need to remember this from this episode 200 episodes ago, because that's relevant to the plot now. People obsess over these details because the plot is more important than the characters. If the characters were what mattered on the show, you wouldn't have to remember what happened 200 episodes ago about this hand maneuver does this thing, and this limitation limits this power. That wouldn't matter. What would matter is this person's backstory. As long as you remember his backstory, that'll inform what's happening now. So, Naruto is more concerned with plot. One Piece is more concerned with characterization, which is why I believe there's some crossover between two, because I like both shows. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But there's a lot of not crossover. There's a lot of people I know are rabid One Piece fans. They don't like Naruto, vice versa. There's rabid Naruto fans don't like One Piece. That's why I've been talking about One Piece a lot, but we're just getting back into this. This won't be a recurring thing. Typically, I'll just focus on this show. But the contrast is interesting. But here's the thing that is important to remember. Life is a spectrum. Everything in life is a spectrum. Very few, if anything, in life, other than life and death itself, are 0 or 100. So, One Piece still has plot, right? It may be 75-25 characters matter over plot, but they still had 25% plot. Same thing here. A lot of times, maybe there's 60-40 with the emphasis on plot and 40% characterization. But you still have characterization. It's still a spectrum. They still do care about characters on this show, clearly, right? Like, obviously. And so why the people didn't jump in? There may not be a purely logical reason why everybody didn't jump in. His teammates, they didn't jump in because they understand what's happening there. Not just people, some of them are medics, some of them are injured, some of them are not sure what to do. They're wondering why the other people aren't jumping in. You could come up with a headcanon for why each individual didn't jump in. But the real reason is, this is a crucial character moment for him. Other people jumping in and helping him undercut his characterization. And what matters is the priority in this scene, this episode, was his characterization. That's why, ultimately, why nobody jumped in. That's the answer to the question I was asking. Because it would undercut the characterization. Now, then you have to come out with in-universe reasons why people don't jump in, and they did offer one reason. So that's good enough for me. I like the priority on characterization, actually. That would be the way I would choose to write something. My stories would be focused more on characterization, less on plot.